Steph's Fishing Line. 2018 October Salmon Run. Have you always dreamed of catching fish like this in a stream? Well, I have. It became a reality for me many years in a row now up on the north shore of Lake Huron. Okay, so we're up here at Little Rapids and we're right at the falls this time. I got one pink salmon on the line here right now. I'll try and land this without a tripod, but this should be interesting. Now, like I was saying before, these are Mepps Algae spinner, really good. And this is a male pink salmon. They got like almost a purple streak on them. Pretty interesting, eh? With a big hump on the back. I'll get the hook out of him here. There we go. And he's back in the water. There we go. We'll just release this one here. There he goes. All right, back into the water. All right, right here on the Steph's Fishing Line. Let's take a look down under at these beautiful fish that have migrated up here to spawn. And they pair off and show the others who is more dominant. This fast-running, highly oxygenated water is what they seek to be able to spawn and allow their young to survive to reproduce another year. These salmon don't make it here without a real tough battle to get in from the lake. It's about 5 miles of water that they have to fight through to get up here to their spawning ground. And now this year they're faced with another problem. The water level is low. Not much rain and real warm summer has brought this water level down drastically. But they still managed to get here and find their original birthplace. That's exactly what it is. They imprint the original birthplace taste of the river where they were born 5 to 7 years ago. And they get back here and nothing stops them. I come here each year, and people tell me this is God's country. Well, I believe it. It is really pretty here. And you know, the salmon return each year, and when you time it just right in the fall, that one cool spell brings those salmon up. This male and female have paired off right here, and they guard this nest to the most of their ability. And it's a real battle sometimes to keep others away from it. Just the right mineral content in the water, just the right mineral content in the gravel for them to spawn in, and all the conditions are just perfect. She has to really be on her toes to keep others away from here because a lot of them want to get into her already established nesting area. As a conservation-minded fisherman, I try to stay away from the already established spawning couple that are on their nesting area. I target the stray fish that are darting around and aren't paired off with another. Yeah, the stray females and that are darting around are the ones that seem to be grabbing baits like spinners, minnow baits, and maybe even roe imitations that I can present. So I think the center of this spinner represents different roe sacks or color of roe, and that's right. Catch and release is very important here, and as you can see, there's quite a return. Many salmon come back up. This is a very popular pool. However, all salmon will die at the end of their cycle, 5 to 7 years into it, and when they make that last run, they don't last anymore after they're spawning, and they die.
Okay, so my buddy Richard Chevrier told me that spinners work really well on these salmon when they come in. So I decided to use a spinner, and sure enough, there's a old MEP spinner. I've had that in my tackle box for a long time. I think that MEP spinner come out of my grandpa's tackle box. So those standard old lures really work good. I'll bring that one up. Kind of hard to do. I got. There we go. There we go. I got him up on the shore now. Oh, there you go. The old MEPS. Fury. Spoon. And a bit good sized pink salmon. But gonna release that one there. Right on. Quite a few in here. As you can see, a lot of movement in the water there. So here we are on the salmon run up in Thessalon, Ontario. Okay, so like I was saying before, Richard Chevrier told me that spinners really work. Now the last one I caught was a male salmon. This one here is a female. Snapped right on that lure. And I'm sitting on the bank here at a real low profile. And that I think was what helping, because standing upright, they recognize you and they don't come around. So I'm standing down low out of their vision, and it seemed to be working really good. Nice little pink salmon there. I'm gonna just bring it right up on the shore. There we go. There we go. And that's a MEPS number 4 Algae spinner with the yellow and the orange center like that. The MEPS Algae number 4. When you see those pinks, they almost have a purple stripe down the side, eh? Pretty interesting looking fish, eh? There you go, a little bit better look. Almost like a purple streak down their side. Not like a rainbow that has a red stripe. Well, that's a female pink salmon. So we'll let that one go. There she goes. Yeah. Back out, pair off with her mate there. But there's a lot of salmon in here right now. Mostly all pink salmon that are swimming around in there.
So being able to identify the fish is a really important thing. Here is a male pink salmon. Here's a female pink salmon.
I've moved up with the last rain that we had, and I tried some lures. Lures weren't working, so I put on a fly on the casting rod. I'm using just a regular casting spinning rod here, nothing elaborate. It's an 8-pound test line, and
here's a male Chinook salmon. Here's a female coho salmon. Notice the spots are further apart. Here's a young brown trout.
I got one pink salmon on the line here right now. I'll try and land this without a tripod, but this should be interesting. Now, like I was saying before, these are Mep's Algae spinner, really good. And this is a male pink salmon. They got like almost a purple streak on them. Pretty interesting, eh? With a big hump on the back. I'll get the hook out of him here. There we go. And he's back in the water. There we go. We'll just release this one here. There he goes. All right, back into the water. All right, right here on the Steph fishing line. All right, another fish on the line here. I was casting into this pool with all these salmon, and this one male got mad at my fly and smashed it real good there. Real nice humpback male. Oh yeah, he's fighting real good. Wow. Now this is where it's good to have a long fishing rod. I'm using a 9'6" medium action rod, which is a little heavier for stream fishing, but you know, it's like you can fight the fish really good in this fast water. There's a 9'6" Berkeley rod, and I was throwing this streamer fly. Now, because he's doing so much thrashing around here, I'm just gonna grab him. Now he's getting close. He worked my sinker right up the line, right to the hook. So I don't, oh, yeah, there it is. Wow. I don't normally have the sinker that close to the hook, but because he's such a vicious fighter, he put the hook, I put the sinker right up near the hook, so it's a kind of a bright orange streamer fly. I'm just going to pull it out, and we'll let him go here. There we go. Okay, got the hook out. There, he's gone. All right, good release. Right on. So right up here at Salmon. Okay, my line's over there. In that pool, the dark pool underneath that rock. Oh, there. Oh, I got a hit. Yeah, there's a fish on over there. Wow, I was in that dark pool. Up against that shore, there's an undercut bank. Yeah, I got the fish on there now. Oh, wow. There it comes. He's swimming with me now. There he is. Oh, yeah. Wow, nice big humpback salmon. There it comes. And he was under that undercut bank over there, and I was drifting with this streamer fly and a split shot on the casting rod. Now that's something that not a lot of people do. The casting rod, I usually use lures like spinners or body baits or spoons. But here's a real good tip. Take yourself a streamer fly or any kind of long fly and get a split shot just above it. You can use a swivel snap because it's going to move a lot in this current. Just going to try and get the net on it here. There we go. There he is. Oh, I've got him. Okay. Whew. He's in the net now. Beautiful. humpback salmon. Oh, well, I'm working without a tripod here, and I'm just going to get them out of the net. Wow, not easy to do. Should brought the tripod down with me. There he is. So you see that bright orange streamer fly in his mouth, and I'll get it unhooked here first. There we go. Unhooked. See, there's a streamer fly. Bright orange with a silver center. There you see it. And they call it a firefly spinner. A firefly streamer, that's it. And they're quite good, quite effective. And here's the humpback male pink salmon. Right up here in Thessalon. That's a beauty. Oh, teeth getting caught in the net. There we go. There. Nice fish. I think I'm going to keep that one. That one probably go really good in the smoker. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that one and put him on the stringer and put him in the smoker. That's a real nice sized fish, actually, you know. I'll take that one for the smoker. Right here on Steph Fishing Line. Okay, so once you've caught the fish, then you're faced with the dilemma of course, cleaning it. Well, not that much of a dilemma, really. The first thing you should do is you should gut the fish from the bottom end up, like so, right up the center of the stomach. Then you should reach to the side, pull all the guts out, like so. Make sure it's cut up far enough so you can get to the top of the guts. Pull all the guts out, put them in a pail. Then there's a membrane at the very back of the belly that you have to break to get this other layer out. Make sure that your belly cavity is cleaned right to the rib, right to the very end. You may want to take a spoon or a ladle of some sort and scrape that out of there with that. That's one way to do it. I found a method to do it. You get right in there and pull it out. I have a pail below me here that all the scrap falls into, right there. And I'll dispose of that after. So once you got the belly cavity all cleared out like so, right, then make sure all the fine sinew and membranes come out as well. Turn the fish around with the back to you, right at the gill area. Cut up on a quite an angle there, and right down past the gills. Don't waste any meat. A lot of guys cut straight across at the head, and they waste a big triangle of meat in there. Don't waste that. Cut right up high to the head like so. Very good tip. Come in till you feel the backbone, and then start working your way across the backbone to take the fillet right off the side. So what you want to do is just that. Take the fillet right off the side. And as you're working your way across here, you just go in as far as the backbone and you'll feel it. Don't go through it. Just touch the backbone as you're coming down. When you get to the tail, of course, stop right at the tail. Now if you make single strokes like so, you can get around the backbone, and that really works well. Not wasting any meat. You want to have the maximum amount of maximum amount of meat to the least amount of waste, right? And you are going to have some waste. So at the back of the belly, you can go right through the skin on the other side and take that end of that fillet right off like so. And follow those cuts right up in a straight line until you hit the backbone again. Make it even. Now you're going to feel that rib cage. Follow that rib cage right down to the belly cavity. Take it right out to the belly cavity. That's the important thing, so that you're going right along the rib cage like so, removing that fillet off the side evenly, right to, like I said, the belly cavity. You're not wasting any meat on that side at all. There we go. So, right out into the belly cavity, and then take the fillet off the side like so. So you have one perfect side of salmon like that. Now, one more tip I'm going to give you is you have a big bone right where the fin is in the center. You want to cut that out of there, go in through there to the skin, and then take the big fin right off the side like so. And you'll end up, there's a big bone in there. You want to get rid of that. There. There you have it. That's how you fillet the side of a Chinook salmon. Okay, so once you got the fillets all clean and washed really well in cold water, soak them in a brine for 6 to 8 hours. Then bring them out and put them in a smoker like this. Very low temperature, not an open flame, but just a smoldering fire at the bottom. And in a smoker for 16 to 20 hours, and those fillets will come out really good. See you in a while, and I'll show you the final product.
Steph's fishing line.